I had spent years believing in our marriage. I thought we were partners, equals, building a life together. I trusted my wife, Rachel, with my heart, my time, my everything. I thought loyalty, love, and respect were mutual. I was wrong. It started with small things, little comments that stung more than they should have. "You're too sensitive," she'd say, when I pointed out something that bothered me. Or, "Relax, you're overreacting," with that laugh that always left me questioning myself. I ignored them at first, telling myself I was being paranoid, that maybe I was imagining things. Then came the day that changed everything. We were at a friend's party, crowded living room, loud music, laughter all around. I was chatting with some old friends when I noticed Rachel in the corner, her hand brushing against another man's arm. I didn't think much of it at first. She was outgoing, friendly. But then I heard it. She laughed. A high-pitched, cruel laugh that made my blood run cold. "Girls, let me introduce you to my doormat," she called out, voice dripping with amusement. My chest tightened. My stomach sank. I turned toward her, trying to process what she had just said. My friends noticed the shift in my expression and fell silent, sensing the tension. I walked over, each step heavy, my mind racing. What did you just say?" I asked, my voice low but sharp. She grinned, as if the words were perfectly reasonable. "You heard me," she said, still laughing. "I call him my doormat because he lets me do whatever I want. Isn't it cute?" I couldn't believe it. Years of loyalty, compromise, and love reduced to a joke in front of a room full of people. The humiliation was immediate, suffocating, sharp. My friends tried to intervene, but I waved them off. I needed to handle this myself. I looked at her, really looked. And for the first time, I saw her clearly. The woman I had married, the one I had trusted completely, was cruel, selfish, and unapologetically dismissive of my feelings. She had no regard for my dignity, no respect for my love, no understanding of loyalty. I didn't yell, I didn't scream, I didn't argue. I simply smiled. A slow, deliberate smile that made her pause mid-laugh. "I see," I said quietly. "So that's how you see us, huh? Me as your doormat?" Her smirk faltered. The laughter stopped. For a brief moment, I saw panic flash in her eyes. She realized I wasn't going to play the part she had assigned me anymore. I was joking," she stammered, trying to recover. "Jokes," I said, my tone calm but cutting, "are supposed to be funny, not humiliating, and certainly not at the expense of someone you claim to love." The rest of the night, I kept my composure. I stayed polite, interacted with friends, but the dynamic had shifted. She could sense it. She could feel the power slipping out of her hands, the control she thought she had over me. After the party, she tried to talk, to charm, to manipulate. "Don't take it so seriously," she said, voice softening. "It was just a joke." But I had heard the truth. Her words, her laughter, her attitude, they had revealed who she really was, and I wasn't going to allow someone like that to have power over me anymore. The following weeks were tense. I set boundaries. I distanced myself emotionally. I made it clear that mockery, humiliation, and disregard for my feelings would not be tolerated. Every attempt she made to regain control was met with firmness, calm resolve, and the unspoken truth. I had awakened to her true nature, and she couldn't undo that. It hurt more than I can describe. The betrayal, the realization that someone you trusted completely could laugh at you, could reduce your loyalty to a joke. It's a pain that cuts deep. But amidst the hurt, clarity emerged. I realized that the most important person I needed to respect and protect was myself. Rachel's words and laughter that night were a gift in a strange, twisted way. They stripped away the illusion, forcing me to see reality. They forced me to confront the truth about my marriage, about her, and about myself. Months later, I moved out, rebuilt my life, and focused on my own growth. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need to humiliate her back. I simply removed her from the equation, reclaiming my self-respect and my dignity. Sometimes people reveal themselves in the most public, humiliating ways, and sometimes the best response isn't confrontation or shouting, it's awareness, composure, and the courage to walk away. That night, when she laughed and called me her doormat, I learned a lesson I will never forget. Loyalty and love are meaningless if the other person doesn't value them. Respect yourself enough to refuse humiliation, even if it comes wrapped in laughter. And as I look back now, I can't help but smirk myself. Not at her, not in revenge, but at the fact that I survived, that I saw the truth, and that I refused to be anyone's doormat. Not then, not ever again.